K20 Life is a multi-residential project completed in 2021. Has a gross floor area just under 8,500 square metres, including external area, basement and 4 levels. The building sits on 3,750 square metres and occupies just on 50% of its land area. It's a multifaceted building. It has multi-uses in there, so it's got straight residential, and it incorporates also housing for people with disabilities. One of the other key features of the building is its sustainability credentials, recently awarded with what architecture news awards, a third being 52% carbon neutral. The World Green Building Council mandates buildings by 2030 to be 40% carbon neutral. It's situated adjacent to Stoney Creek. Let's sort of work. Okay, how do I do this now?
You might need to move your mouse back over there.
Back over here. Okay, got it. Yeah, super. So that's Stoney Creek through there, and it's hard to appreciate from the photos. The land's actually the actual title for this extended to the other side of Stoney Creek. It's quite important. The work that we did with council as part of a master plan work to actually be very formative with handing over about 1,200 square metres back to council. One of the other features in this building is we developed a scheme that ultimately got land for wildlife approved status, which, as far as we knew, is the only one in sort of Melbourne to actually have that. Okay, the building is clad in timber. One of the other innovations in this building, with the work that we've done with fire engineers, it's also constructed out of mass solid constructed timber called SLT. The important thing here is the timber itself is all recyclable, not recyclable, it's all from recycled sources. The actual timber panels, which I've got photos of in this presentation, are actually a waste product out of the supply chain. So it's used utility grade timber. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. This building is made of utility grade timber to form a panel called SLT, with each panel holding up a 8-storey building in effect, as compared to CLT, which takes structural graded timber. So this building here, we do not need to chop down the forest to build it. We actually took the waste out of the timber mills to build it. One of the key features of this building is its design. One of the things that we looked at when we first approached the building was its context in West Footscray, and why West Footscray, and what's its history. And it's a very suburban area on the junction between industrial Melbourne and urban Melbourne, and it's facing Stoney Creek. And there was a lot of lost history around the industrial parts of West Footscray just being ripped out, and hence the gable forms echoing back the warehouses. It's got in terms of the sustainability credentials, in terms of sustainability credentials, there's 7.3 star rating, double glazing, north-south orientation. We oriented the building so it ran parallel with the creek, which then exposed the north-south orientation, giving us views of each apartment. It's a very thin building. It's only about 30 metres wide by about 130 metres in length, so it's just a single corridor with apartments on either side. Primarily 2-bedroom apartments with 2 bedroom bathrooms. Each apartment has a car parking space. There's also charging stations in the basement as well. Bike racks, which are in the process of, and the bike racks as well. One of the things that we've done is, whilst it's housing for people with disabilities, each apartment is designed for universal accessibility as well. So ageing in place is a key feature of this building as well. Multi-generational housing as well. There are larger apartments which are just under 100 square metres as well, incorporated in here. So it really isn't a cookie cutter approach right here. So there's a lot of customisation that went through with a number of the purchases as well, where the architects sat down and developed that with them. The external cladding, there was a lot of engineering we did with the external cladding in terms of it being built of solid timber, as well as the building itself being made out of timber. There was a lot of work that we did with the engineers in terms of limiting the extent of concrete in this building. We don't believe in sustainability wrapping around concrete structures. We don't think that's appropriate. But concrete has its purpose, and certainly in this instance, being adjacent to a creek with a significant flooding zone, the concrete, which is painted black there, just in terms of this area through here, forms as a retaining wall. And otherwise, that's it.